I'm making chicken Provencal. So this is a couple of pounds for 4 adult portions of boneless, skinless chicken, breast, and dark meat. And I had to show you and display the marinade, obviously, because I had to marinate the chicken. I have 1 cup of French white wine, something crisp and light. And I have 1/4 cup finely chopped. I've shown you this pick because you guys know I put away everything ready to use. Parsley, rosemary, and thyme. So you chop this way down. It's about 1 cup picked. Once you finally chop it by hand or in your processor, it's up to you. I chop by hand. This is about 1/2 cup. You can also substitute 1/4 cup of dried herbs. I add a little fennel to ours because we all love the flavor so much. And then I took the zest of a whole lemon. If I were using dried lemon peel for the same amount of marinade, I would use probably a tablespoon. A few cloves of garlic crushed. You know I keep my garlic just like my herbs and my onions and fennel and shallots peeled and ready to use in the fridge. I added roughly 1/4 cup of olive oil. I have a pan getting nice and hot over medium heat. A little tiny bit over medium, but it's around there. And even though it's sitting in a little bit of oil, it's also sitting in a lot of wine. So I'm gonna add just a drizzle. Don't worry, the pan's gonna smoke up a little bit. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. Or you can add a little spray. So we're gonna put in, shaking off excess, our boneless, skinless chicken. Now you guys may need to do this in 2 batches based on the size of your skillet. And we're just gonna brown it and take it out. But we're going to reserve our marinade, which is a full cup of wine, and we're gonna add that to the pan in a bit to reduce. So here's my sliced onion, 2 shallots, 1 fennel, and a few cloves of garlic, all sliced and ready to go once we get the chicken out of the pan. And we turn the heat way down to simmer. And now we're going to add some butter, about 4 tablespoons or 5 or 6 little tabs. And to the butter and the dripping, we're going to add in all of these great flavors and textures. So now these have softened a bit, our fennel and onions and shallots. Now I'm gonna add about 1 cup of little French olives called niçoise, pitted small French black olives, and I had a couple of small green olives left, Italian greens, so I threw those in as well. So like 1 cup of olives. And now we're gonna sprinkle in, because we're cooking in butter, we're gonna sprinkle in a little flour to thicken our sauce. A couple tablespoons. Stir. And now we're going to add in a little over 1/2 of our marinade. And then we're going to add in our chicken stock or broth, or this is bone broth. Continue to work the bottom of the pan and lift up all the color. And we're gonna finish this in the oven. So remember, more liquid is gonna come out of the chicken because it's mostly raw, it's just browned. Adding all the juices that have collected on the tray. And we're going to also add some semi-dried or plumped sun-dried tomatoes, or you can use chopped fresh peeled tomatoes when the season is appropriate, or drained, canned. So I'm gonna slide this into the oven for about 15 or 20 minutes. Chicken comes out, bread goes in, and after it's roasted in the oven, I then add the juice of that lemon that we zested, and then you spoon the thickened sauce and tomatoes down over everybody. I serve dishes like this right from the hot pot. So in this case, right from the large cast iron skillet. And then I kind of maneuver the ingredients into the center so there's room for the crusty bread. And I set them right into all of that delicious juice.